there was a Jewish man who went and had a tailor-made suit, bought a tailor-made suit.
It goes crazy.
And he was very proud of it. It was made in Irish tweed. So he went walking down the street and he meets his friend Bernie. He says, "Hey Bernie, how do you like the suit?" He says, "This is imported Irish tweed." He says, "It cost me $150. So he looks at it, he says, "Gee, that's a nice suit style." He says, "But you know, one sleeve is shorter than the other." He says, "Bring it back." So he goes back to the tailor. He says, "What's this?" He says, "I paid $150 for this suit here." He says, "One sleeve is shorter than the other." So the tailor says, "Take that sleeve and pull on it and it'll stretch. If it doesn't stretch, bring it back, we're gonna give you a new suit." So he was walking down the street and all of a sudden he sees this guy, Jimmy. "Jimmy, how do you like the suit? $150, imported Irish tweed, wonderful suit." He says, "You know, that's a nice suit." He says, "But one lapel is shorter than the other." He says, "Bring it back." He's back to the tailor and complains. So the tailor says, "Just take the lapel and tuck it under your chin, and it'll stretch. If it doesn't stretch," he says, "bring it back, I'm gonna give you another suit." So he was walking down the street some more, you know, he's ambling down the street like this, and he meets another friend of his. "Joey, how do you like this?" He says, "God," he says, "that's a nice comment." He says, "But I want to tell you something, it's a little tight in the crotch." He says, "Bring it back." So he gets back to the tailor, tells the tailor, and the tailor says, "Well," he says, "take the crotch," he says, "and pull on it. It'll stretch. If it doesn't stretch, bring it back, I'm going to make you a new suit." So he's walking down the street like this. And there's two doctors on the other side of the street, and they says, "My God, have you ever seen a man so malformed?" And the other doctor says, "Yeah, but you notice how nice the suit fits."